What's up, guys? So it's been eerily quiet these last few days ever since the bloodshed from last week. So I can either keep waiting for what I think is going to be the next hype, which it should still be a few more days, I'm hoping, or we can go hunting and see what we can find out there. So let's do it. My name is Jay, and this is the Zombillionaire. Alright, so before anything else, let me just remind you all, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. Always do your own research, your own due diligence. Invest only what you're willing and can afford to lose, and invest at your own risk. Guys, today is game day, and I am going to be at the game tonight. I will be posting a picture on my Telegram page, so later when I'm over there, go RSL. So let's get going. So before we go hunting, I do feel there's a certain platform that's going to be the next hype, and I'll tell you guys why. They've done something that no other platform has done yet or before, or at least that I've heard of. And that was when the contract drained. Obviously, there was like the 50% that went back to the development team. They used that money to give it back to the community. At least um, it was a certain percentage of those that qualified and those that filled the Google Docs form and things like that. But in total was nearly 165,000 worth of BUSD that went back to the investors. Now, I'm telling you right now, that's unheard of. Usually, a platform goes to crap and they disappear. They're just like, they wash their hands and they're like, we're done. The step team, and I heard it on the AMA when I listened to it. Man, that guy was trying, like, the main guy was trying to figure out a way to make things right with the community, and he did it. So because of that, I do feel there's going to be a lot of support behind the new platform, which is DynoBUSD. It's going to be the second stage, and they're saying there's going to be some new things coming up with it. I'm excited to see it. As of right now, all it shows is just coming soon. So who knows? They said it's going to be this week at some point. I'm crossing fingers for it, but I don't want to just wait and sit over here. I did withdrew today from another platform that I've been compounding for, I want to say, probably the last 60 something days. So I thought, let me withdraw some of that. Actually, no, I'm lying about that. I apologize. I did withdraw at about 60 days, about 20 days ago. Then I started compounding again, so it's been about 20 days. Now that I've been compounding on this thing, I'm gonna withdraw that. It gave me back about 42 BUSD back, and I want to use that to get into some new platforms. I find that's the better way to do it for myself, using money that I'm bringing in from these platforms. I already made my money back from these platforms, so at this point, this is just pure profit that I'm just going to be putting into something else that hopefully expand my portfolio of these platforms. So let's check it out. And for time's sake, I did go in here and looked around already, and I have a good idea of what platforms I want to join already. And I will tell you guys why. There's quite a few. Obviously, there's the BUSD cartel, new one. I told you guys after they basically, I don't know, they could have done something similar to DynoBUSD, like even if it's not to everybody, it's like, hey, here's some of this money back, and there we have version 2. But again, I understand it's a business for them. They didn't want to do that. They want to pocket that money. But to me, it was, hey, sorry, your money disappeared, but hey, come put some more money in this platform. And not only that, after kind of seeing some of the numbers and things like that, and a lot of people talking about the really high gas prices and stuff like that in there, I'm gonna stay away from it. Some other platforms had some bad luck also because of things that started happening with that, where they started withdrawing. Um, like the Cristiano Ronaldo, I felt that was a good platform, and they tried to revive it. It didn't really go anywhere. Um, so, anyways, I do want to check some new ones, and for that, we're gonna look at Cristiano's rival, and that's gonna be Messi. And I will show you guys why I'm going to be joining this one. So looking like over here is a fork of the Dino BUSD, and the way that they're doing the compounding, like the compounding and withdrawals and cycles, it's different than what they're doing. Now we're gonna look at the audit, also really quick, and the tap radar, and just gonna go from there. This one just barely launched. So over here it says 465. When we go to the actual platform, bum, come on, let's go. Bum, bum, bum. We see it's actually grown from that 859. So this one does have the daily ROI of 10, withdrawal fee of 10%, and deposit of 5. Referrals is going to be at 5%. And this one, I believe, does is a minimum of, was it 5? Oh, 10. So it's 10 BUSD is the minimum. So you know what? Because of all those things, I'm probably gonna go in with 20. That's what I feel comfortable with putting in this platform. But let's check out some of the features over here, because this is what kind of got me interested or curious about this whole thing. So you come in, you put in whatever amount it is, and you have a counter over here. 0 of 5 claims to withdraw or compound. So what it's asking you to do on this one is to claim a minimum of 5 times. And after those 5 times, you can either withdraw or you can compound. Okay, compound, I'm guessing, goes back into your wallet, like over here. So, but this is what happens if you decide to withdraw before you do it 3 times. So it's asking you to compound 3 times. So now we're talking, what, 15 days of straight compounding. Over here it's going to give you the withdraw count. And if you withdraw before you hit at least 3 compounds, then there's a 30% tax. There's no emergency withdrawal. Those things to me were pretty big things, because that means people are not just going to come in here and they're going to panic out of nowhere with whatever FUD that might be out there, and they're going to just drain the contract. I like that there's not, that those features are not here. I like it's, whenever I see that a feature from now on, I just tend to just like, hey, no thank you, because we've seen it on a lot of different platforms where people, just start panicking and start withdrawing, even though they're keeping the platform's keeping 50%. It's like they just don't care. They just drain the account, the contract, and everybody else that was actually here to support the platforms. They're like, what just happened? So not having that, it's a big thing for me. I like the fact that over here they're keeping that count of how much you're able to compound, how much you're able to withdraw, and after 4 cycles, and I believe these are withdrawals, then the initial deposit, it's done. And at that point, it has to be new money that's in here. Or I believe the whatever you're compounding, that also adds on to this thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, if somebody knows something that I don't know in this, but this is how it appears to me. With all that said, let's look at the audit. I like George Snap a lot. This is very visual. I like right over here the overall score is 73. That's I've seen this all the way down over here before some of this other ones. So that to me, it's like it's a better sign. This is a smart contract that has been reviewed by George Snap and found no backdoor code, and the owner's privilege is to start the DApp. There's no malicious code that allows the owner or other to withdraw all funds from the smart contract. That's awesome. That's been something that we've also seen. So let me see, compound, so yeah, let me see if there's anything else. Backdoors, there are no backdoors. This allows the owner to start the DApp and allows investment fees. So we've gone through the fees. At the end of the day, this is still an ROI DApp that relies on funds invested. So yeah, so it depends on us whether or not this thing keeps on going for the long run. Something else that I wanted to check on this thing, the DApp radar. I mean, this is brand new, so I mean, there's not going to be a whole lot of info in here. But hey, they're providing the info, and at this point, you know, I mean, the more we know about it, the better. And over here, I believe it explained it a little bit. So I wanted to go through this part really quick. So yeah, the minimum investment is 10 BUSD, maximum is 50,000. Investment in the minimum, let's see, in the contract and get 140 to 168, almost 169% return on investment in a minimum of 20 days if the contract balance has enough funds for payment. That's important. Obviously, if there's no money in there, like we've seen some of this contracts just drain, well, it is what it is. But this is the part that I wanted to show you guys. Each cycle is equal to 5 daily claims. And each deposit has 4 cycles. After 20 daily claims or 4 cycles, the user's investment is finished and the deposit information is also emptied. So again, you know, I mean, they have it set up to a point where you have to follow the rules. If you don't follow the rules, then yeah, there's some heavy taxes for you, and after a certain amount of time, then it's kind of wipes and it starts all over. So you know what, I like things like that, because those that just kind of start panicking and start playing outside of the rules and things like that hurt the platforms. Yeah, I don't have a lot of good things to say about them people, but so anyways, this is gonna be one that I am most likely going to go into, and let's start, shall we? So let's connect the wallet. I am going to do this with you guys so you guys know the process on these things. I am going to go to my Trust wallet. I am going to go to Wallet Connect and create a new connection. There you go. I am going to make sure that it's in the BNB Smart Chain and not the Ethereum. We want to be BNB. We're going to connect. And there you go. So it's going to be connecting. We're going to wait just a couple of seconds. Bum, bum, bum. Come on. Okay, so apparently this is a little bit different than what we're used to. Usually it shows over here the amount that you have available. So anyways, the minimum is 10, so we're going to enable the platform to go in and interact with our wallet. So approve BUSD. So there's 258 like for it. I'm gonna confirm it. Okay, and this should at some point change to deposit or something like that. That's usually how this whole thing goes. And I just felt my phone vibrate, telling me that that went through. So it's taking a little bit for that to change. So not really sure what's going on with this thing. But hey, that's what I do these videos, right? So, and this walkthrough, so we can all see what's happening as I'm doing these things and really get to see what's going on. So, something else that, before we get moving in, we'll wait a couple more minutes, and if not, then we'll move on. We'll go to the next one, and we'll just know, hey, this is just not gonna go anywhere. But something I did notice, and I talked about it in one of my previous videos. Make sure you guys are revoking permissions from platforms that you guys just don't know about, especially when they're like unlimited type of permissions. BUSD Weed was an example of that, where I went and deposited some new BUSD, or actually did a swap and to BUSD, and within seconds the money was gone. They were still interacting with my wallet and pulling the money out. So I had to go to allowance.bfeed.finance. I'll post a link to that down in my description, where I was able to see every single contract or every single platform that was actually interacting with my wallet. And I had to go in there and revoke every single one of those things because I had no idea who they were. Some of them were unlimited permissions, and I was like, no, you're not going to have unlimited access to my wallet, right? So I was check that out. Now I'm gonna check and see allowance.bfeed.finance. Make sure that no weird thing just barely happened with this thing. Because again, like some of these newer platforms, they're just you just don't know, and they're kind of scary at this point, you know. So, and funny enough, you know, I'm gonna show you guys. This one just barely happened. So this is an example of that. So I know this just barely came over here, and let's see, let's go down to the contract and check that out. So let's go up. And I'm just trying to see. So again, it created a limited. So yeah, OXAE, AC. Yeah, so it created a connection. It's a limited connection. At least it's not unlimited, which is what really worried me with well, what was it? BUSD weed. Oh my gosh. Gotta love it. But so yeah, so at this point, where this is not connecting, I'm glad we cut this. For whatever reason, it's just not wanting to interact, and it created this thing. I'm gonna show you guys how to just revoke the permission and cancel out the what do you call it, the connection. So first of all, we're gonna start with pushing the revoke button right there, and that's going to open up that window. And this is the part that sucks. It does cost $1.28 each time you revoke permissions, so keep that in mind. I am gonna go ahead and confirm it, and that in a second should, if it went through correctly, see, it went away. So now it's gone. So what we're going to do now, I am going to go back to my Wallet Connect, and I'm going to look for this one, MESSIBUSD, and I am going to delete the connection. And there you go. So if it didn't want to connect, it didn't want to do whatever, sorry. Like, again guys, I'm doing this for you guys. I'm doing the steps for you guys so you guys can see what's up. So now with that said, I guess I'm not going to be going into this platform after all, which sucks because I like Messi also. I love Cristiano Ronaldo. I love Messi. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll check him out. But yeah, so sorry, that was a bit of a disappointment. But again, that's what I'm doing this for you guys. Live, well, not live, you know, but I'm not cutting anything out of this video. That way you guys can see exactly what's going on. The other one that I wanted to look at that actually is having a pretty good performance is Popcorn BUSD Miner ReV1. It's been out for a day and 16 hours. This one pays out 22%. The fees on this one are 8 and 8, which I'm guessing is the withdrawal and also the deposit, or the dev team percentages for marketing and things like that. 66,000 so far in in their contract, which is great. So let's check that out. So we have over here popcorn miner. One thing that I like about this that we actually know the ecosystem. We know a bit of the developers and some of the other projects. I mean, they did have a project that they partnered up with, really kind of went to shit and left a lot of people a bit bitter like about it. But I'll show you guys, just something about their contract and their audits that I was like, okay, maybe I'll give them a try. So we're gonna go to the audit, and this is something that I noticed also, guys. Um, when you guys look at the audits, make sure it's not just a PDF. Okay, I've noticed that before in some platforms when when I was going through the entire list, there were um, some platforms. I wish I remember which ones they were. I don't want to go through the entire list again. But when you clicked on that, it basically just opens up a PDF. I don't trust that. And I don't trust that because a PDF can be modified really by whoever. I mean, they can just change the logo, change the name of a previous audit for another platform, and then just post it. Like, so I don't trust a PDF. The way that I trust these audits is if, for example, you go to Encrypto Security. Well, we are inside of their actual website, and over here they are doing the audit for the popcorn miner ReV1. So this is legit. It's not a PDF that somebody could have modified and just uploaded it and made it look like, oh yeah, we have an audit, but really they don't. So keep an eye out for that whenever you guys are searching for new stuff, whether it's miners or anything else. So over here, we're going to look really quick at the audit. So by checking in and manually testing all buttons, functionality, and other features of Popcorn Rev website, the Encrypto team for front-end web design found no malicious and blatant contents from it, which is great. There's another part that I like down here. The Encrypto team found no malicious content, backdoors, and scam scripts. That's awesome because we've been seeing a lot of that. So, but again, guys, that's not to say something could not happen. I mean, some of these platforms, and some of the lesser known teams or like dev teams or anything like that, like they're getting trickier and trickier or sneakier and sneakier, and how they're doing their coding and how they're screwing people over. So just be careful. Again, only invest what you're willing to lose, and just gonna go from there. We're gonna look at these really quick. So critical, no critical issues found. High, investors, users cannot withdraw its primary. Well, we all know that. We've all seen it. So whatever is deposited, you can withdraw it. Medium, no. Low, well, they're basically saying with a low minimum investment, there may be some problems, because really it's not bringing in a bigger investments at the time. But yeah, guys, I mean, like, you guys can go through all of this. There's quite a bit of information. I went through all of it. It looked good to me, so that's why I was like, oh, okay, well, seeing that done. And also, let me show you guys. Like the audit said, there's no way to withdraw the funds. Once the funds are in there, they're locked. You're not going to have that emergency withdraw thing, which I think is a huge plus. I hate that stupid button. Over here, there's the 50% withdrawal, 50% reinvestment. So this, just means once you actually claim for the 6 days, on the 7th day, you'll withdraw, and it's going to give you 50% of that, and the other 50% is going to go straight into and reinvest it for you. Over here is going to keep count for you guys. Referral rewards on this is 15%. That's great. Which same thing, once you withdraw that, 50% of that is going to go to you. 50% is going to go to get reinvested. Over here is where you find your referral code, and the cool thing about this is the minimum investment is 5. Okay, that's awesome. That is awesome. So again, let's go through the process again. Let's connect to this thing, see if it works on this one. I mean, with somebody like Popcorn Miner, it should work. I mean, they're a pretty big ecosystem, right? So let's go to connect. And same thing, we are going to go to Wallet Connect on my Trust Wallet, create a new connection, and there's that. It's going to want to open on Ethereum. I'm going to change that to the BNB Smart Chain and connect. And there you go. So you guys can see there's 67,127 BUSD. And now on this one, it did fully connect to the platform. So something that let's approve this thing. It's probably going to be another dollar or something. Yep, $1.28. So we're going to confirm it. Okay, and that's going to change to deposit here in a second. See, so this is the difference between a platform, you know, that's had its runs and knows what they're doing and everything. I mean, things run smoother, you know. So over here, what I want to do, I'm probably just gonna do 20. I'll start with that, see how it goes, and then go from there. That way, if I find another one that I can invest into, I'll put another 20 somewhere else. So for now, I'll just do 20. Ba-bum. It's going to be 65 cents to deposit. I'm going to approve it. And it's going to happen here pretty soon. Let's wait for that vibrating thing. Or there it goes. So that's going to bring me 4.4 BUSD daily. So my next claim will be tomorrow at 8:16. My next withdrawal will be on the 7th. Well, there's the vibrating thing. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Now it's created my own link, which I will be posting down below for this if you guys want to check this one out. Again, it pays 22%, which is a very high percentage. With that also comes, you know, like 8% fee. So I mean, it's doable. Referrals 15%. So, oh yeah, let's check and see if that created anything, like any type of weird permissions or anything like that. If it created an unlimited type of permission, then I'll probably be out. For now, I don't see anything. It's still loading, and so far we're good. So again, guys, just be careful out there. It's a crazy world out there. You just don't know what's out there anymore. So invest at your own risk. Invest only what you're willing and can afford to lose. I mean, if this 20 bucks is going to kill you, or 10 bucks or $5, just don't do it, because we just don't know. But this has been going on for a day and whatever hours, so it's brand new. 67,000 BUSD so far in the contract, so it's growing pretty good. And a lot of these functions, you know, it's really what I'm looking for on these miners from now on. I do not want to see that emergency withdrawal or on stake function. I like this whole 50% withdrawal, 50% gets automatically reinvested. I love that. I love it that they implemented that to the referral reward part of it. And yeah, I mean, with things like this, with functions like this, hopefully, you know, we can see these things going longer term. Because so far, you know, just seeing these things go only for 7 days, 9 days, like 2 week stops, you know, I mean, it's been really frustrating. So hopefully, you know, this will create some sustainability, and yeah, we can continue making money for the future. So anyways, hope you guys made it all the way to the end of this. I know it was a longer video. I did not know the whole messy thing was gonna happen, so we learned together on the whole thing. So anyways, subscribe to the channel for more updates on this, and also I'll let you guys know when DynoBUSD comes live, and we'll go from there. So again, links and everything down below for the to revoke permissions. You're gonna have the link to this down below, and link to the Telegram if you guys want to see my picture from the stadium later today. So anyways, you guys have an amazing day, and we'll see you guys in the next one.